Hi there, it's Kevin Van Ord standing in for reviewer Dan Starkey to tell you about Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Each time you select a new character in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, it's like being given a brand new toolbox. You won't know how to use every move immediately, but every one of them has a purpose. Your role is to learn when and where to use each skill. You have to maintain your own balance and be constantly ready to punish a mistake. And at every step in the process, you have some degree of control. One of Smash Bros. Wii U's many wonders is how it is open to the inexperienced, but gives advanced players the opportunity to spread their wings. The game is packed with dozens of challenges, training modes, and mini-games. These modes aren't pointless additions. Event matches and challenges have you trying new approaches with characters you aren't used to, often to help you learn something you may never have discovered otherwise. Ledge guarding, a staple in previous Smash games, has been completely removed. This pushes a lot of the combat off the stage and requires stronger aerial play. While most moves also knock foes farther than they used to, each character generally only has 2 or 3 solid killing moves. That means that clean knockouts have a much higher skill floor, which in turn translates into a distinct cut between high-level and low-level players. These changes benefit everyone. Casual players are able to survive much longer than they may be used to, making sure that they aren't left out of the game entirely. Professionals still have the skill set necessary to dominate the less experienced, but cheap kills aren't common. It helps satisfy every kind of fan, without diminishing the experience for any one group. If you have an amiibo, then you've got yet another option to practice. Amiibos work like AI opponents that you can customize a bit. Allegedly, they can also learn and adapt to better handle other people's playstyles, and that actually seems to be the case. Expect a challenge when facing max-level amiibo figures, and should you change tactics, the amiibo really does respond, perhaps by baiting you to attack, or by spamming ranged attacks to try and create an opening. If you don't have friends around and ever get sick of the single-player options, amiibos are great additions, even if they are a little pricey. For most players, the goal of all this training is to test your skills against friends, and that's where Smash Bros. For Wii U really excels. Turning item drops up to high and cramming 8 players into a relatively small space is a very special kind of unbridled lunacy. You can still play standard matches with 4 combatants, and that's as great as it's always been. There are quite a few new stages in which to slug it out, and more than enough to provide a good variety. Many levels change dramatically over time and force you to keep up with the shift, and as long as you're not looking for serious competition, it's always hilarious to watch unwitting folks fall because they weren't expecting the bottom of the level to suddenly drop away. And if the great diversity of stages isn't enough for you, you can use the Wii U gamepad to create your own levels. There are too many restrictions on size and there aren't a lot of tools available, but drawing ridiculous levels with a touchpad more than makes up for it. Sadly, you can't have 8-player matches on custom stages. Online multiplayer is the game's bigger problem. The 5-second countdown that marks the conclusion of a timed match could take more than a minute, or the entire match may be so laggy as to be unplayable. Online play is extremely hit or miss, and while the hits are sublime, the misses are absolutely maddening. Thankfully, local play is absolutely incredible. Between the Masterpiece collections, which are short demos of the classic games that inspired Smash Bros. Many fighters and stages, and the deep character customization for fine-tuning your fighters to suit your playstyle, to extensive screenshot editing tools, there's just so much to do. With the Wii U release, Smash Bros. Has fully realized its goals. There's something here for nearly everyone, from young to old, casual to hardcore, presented almost without compromise. The game invites everyone to join its undiluted, joyous celebration of the broad community that Nintendo has built over the past 40 years.